Welcome and Dobro Pojalovat. My name is DireAjurah and this is Siberian Gaming review. So, not so long ago, I woke up as usual in a weird place. I think there's a pattern here. So this time I was surrounded by water, some radioactive stuff, and someone that got Freddy's cosplay from AliExpress. Luckily, none of that is actually dangerous to me, and there was a gun in this place, so it was GG easy. So today's review is for another horror game called In Sound Mind. As usual, I'll start with a brief story review without major spoilers. Similarly to many other horror games, you find yourself locked in a weird place. While our protagonist explores his surroundings, he gets a call from some rather aggressive man, and he'll continue to get those phone calls throughout the game because you can find phones hanging almost everywhere. Besides that, while investigating the building, you will also find a flashlight as well as a pistol, and some enemies. The most important place here is the office of our protagonist, because there is a tape player in there. And your cat. Yeah, it's mostly your cat. Not so far away from the office, you will find a mystic door connecting this place to the protagonist's house. And there you will find the tape lying around. Once you put the tape inside the tape recorder, another mystic door will open. And you will be able to go to a new realm in which you can listen to some crucial information. Shortly speaking, our protagonist is a therapist, that some weird stuff was happening around a number of his patients. So now, in order to solve the mystery, you'll have to open the doors to a number of realms representing your patients. Each realm will let you learn about the patient it represents, as well as giving you small pieces of information to solve the ultimate puzzle. And of course, the stalker guy will be around messing with you all throughout the journey. He will summon his minions that their main purpose is to make you waste your ammo, but overall, they are not a big problem. The real problem is that each realm has a boss representing each of your patient's problems. Till you find a way to reach out to them and do your therapist job, you won't be able to live. Overall, I personally did find the story interesting, so I won't say much more in order not to ruin the experience to those who decide to give it a try. Now let me discuss the scary rank of the game. I guess this section will be a bit shorter than usual. I assume having a pistol is a good way not to be frightened as easily. Overall, each realm has its own unique creepy atmosphere. In the building where your office is located, you will most likely be hunted by your annoying stalker, and some of those encounters has a good chance to make you jump in your chair. The other realms also have some decent moments, mostly those good old jump scares when suddenly something creepy appears, or you just get boo in your face. My favorite realm is undoubtedly the one of your first patient. It gives you a good old haunted location vibe and keeps it up until you finally solve everything and can leave. I'd say throughout the game you get an acceptable amount of horror elements that can increase your pulse, and everything seems in the right place. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that there is a decent balance between the horror and the gameplay itself. But be aware that this type of horror is more tense and little spooky than terrifying. It's not a bad thing, it's just different. So, is it the time to discuss the gameplay? Yeah, it is. Personally, I think that this aspect makes it stand out a bit, at least among the games tagged as horror games. You can say it's a jack of all trades, a bit of first-person shooter, some puzzle solving, as well as tiny bit of stealth. None of the elements is amazing if you compare it to a game that specializes in that element, but when you look at them combined, it's actually not that bad. What I personally like is the development of your capabilities throughout the game, as you find a new item you can use. When you return to the main location, it suddenly opens new areas, as well as adding something new to your gameplay. Did you find a piece of glass harder than iron? Good! Now you can break planks that previously blocked your way, as well as do some stabby if you try to be stealthy. You will get the needed item exactly when it's needed. It's pretty obvious and simple, but still I do like how it was implemented. Additionally, when you open new areas, you will also find some magic pills there. They won't make you a motherfreaking sorcerer, but they will increase your stats for each free pills of the same kind you collected. Overall, there are 4 kinds of those: health, stealth, speed and stamina. If you can find them all, you will become the chunky sneaky speedy endurance overlord. You can find them in each of your patient's tapes, as well as in the main building. And sometimes you really have to be creative to get them. Well, this kind of gameplay actually gives some place for replayability, if you truly want to know what's going on as well as collect all the buffs. Additionally, the soundtrack also plays a decent role in the game. Everything is in the right place, which is already an advantage. But what truly makes it way better is the fact that you can find vinyl records during your gameplay representing various characters of the game. I'd suggest, if you're actually going to play the game, to do your best to find those records, cause they definitely add to the character exposition. And overall, you will enjoy some nice tunes in different music styles. So how would I rate this game? Is it a good game? Yeah, I 100% can call it a good game. It's not 10 out of 10, but it deserves at least 7.5. Everything feels in the right place, and the gameplay itself is enjoyable. But just remember one thing, if you are looking for a game that can only offer a disturbingly looking creature jumping in your face once in every 4-5 minutes, this game might not be for you. So, I hope you found this review helpful. Those who play the game, feel free to comment whether or not you agree with me. Take care and have a nice day. I'm DireAjurah and I'm out to play some other games.